Hello, my name is Alma Peniacho, and today I'm going to talk about methodologies, strategies, and techniques very useful when we teach children, adolescents, adults, and English for specific purposes. This is my ID. So let's start. When we teach children, we have to take in count that they have short attention spans, and also they tend to have a lot of physical energy. For this reason, I choose total physical response as a methodology, since it uses body language, gestures, models. In this methodology, students must listen carefully, watch, and imitate their teacher. Teacher can use stories, songs, games, relia, dialogues, puppets. Um, um, Example for this methodology is when teachers are going to teach verbs. For example, cook, listen, watch. The students have to repeat the movements and also the correct pronunciation of the words. Then we have brain-based teaching strategy. This is very useful when we teach vocabulary for children because it is very easy and interesting. The first step is impression, in which a teacher presents the content in a very fun way. Then we have repetition, in which students have to repeat several times the vocabulary words, and personalizing, in which students use the vocabulary words in a context like stories and sentences. Then we have teaching adolescents. As we know, this is a very demanding group of learners. I choose direct method because it helps students to avoid translation and encourage them to think and use English during the whole class. It motivate, it allows to develop English listening and speaking skills because it motivates students to use language in a real context. When students have some concerns about vocabulary and pronunciation, teacher has to use gestures, diagrams, and another kinds of material in order to explain, but they have to avoid translation. This method is very useful because learners have the possibility to self-correction. I choose socio-affective strategy for adolescents because this increased teacher-students interaction and also allows the students to share their ideas through discussions and open-ended questions, helping the students to improve their speech and feel more comfortable when they speak. Then we have teaching adults. I choose community language learning because the objective of this methodology is to develop students' language skills as well as their emotional and social skills. In this methodology, professor has the role of counselor, and the students have to acquire the knowledge about the language itself and also the social rules, and they have to know how language change depending on the context. Adult learners are feel very comfortable when teachers use this methodology because it will remind them situations in which they find themselves every day. And also this methodology help them to feel relaxed, and help teachers to decrease the fear of failure in their students. Then I choose the metacognition strategy because these learners are very good in solving and analyzing problems, and also they are very mature, so they take responsibility of their learning process, and also they always monitor their own progress and the effectiveness of their strategies. Yeah. Then we have teaching English for specific purposes. I choose content and language integrated learning because because students must acquire knowledge and skills through a process of research and problem solving. We have to take in account that these students usually have a very a high level, like intermediate to advanced level in English, and generally need a more specific and academic English. For example, we can have a group of doctors and lawyers. Yeah. In this way, learners need to know vocabulary, grammatical structures, and functional language. Teachers are expected to use technical vocabulary and technical language, and the teacher should have the sufficient linguistic competence in order mm, to teach the content and to teach the second language. Gary 2019 suggests that the inclusion of authentic and adapted materials are very useful because it fulfills all the needs of our students. Example of this methodology is when the teacher have a nutriologist, a group of nutriologists. They ask them to create a nutritional dish, and then they have to take a photo and they write down the recipe and all the nutritional benefits of the dish. Then they have to prepare to explain to a jury. In this way, the students are using the second language and also are using the previous knowledge of their career. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.